Okay, so my experience with my gynae health was about 10 years ago. I had, actually longer than that really, I started to have abnormal cells when I was 18 on my cervical tests, cervical scans. And they were just keeping an eye on them, and I think because they were abnormal, they gave me extra regular checks. And then 1 year, they came back and said, actually, they're pre-cancerous. So we're going to need to do a small procedure. And I'm quite a blasé person. I just thought, well, they're not cancerous, they're pre-cancerous, so this is a good thing. I felt very actually empowered by the fact that the cervical screening that is banged, on everyone's, heads, go and get your scans. I was like, oh great, they can catch them and this will stop anything worse happening. So it was quite an interesting procedure because they did give me the option. I was like, gosh, this is quite intense. And they were like, yes, most people, we give them the option of being sedated or put under general, but you seem quite peppy, so we just thought you'd be fine awake. And I was like, oh great, thanks guys. Because it was quite intense. And but I'm glad I had it done. And then ever since then, I've had no problems, no abnormal cells, no nothing. And yeah, that was it was a positive experience for me as opposed to a negative one, because I felt like it was a preemptive strike against anything else going wrong. And actually now I'm not even considered at risk. So I think my cervical scans have gone back to every 3 years or whatever they are. So yeah, get your scans. Don't be scared. Much better to do it, nip it in the bud earlier than wait for things to fester. And it wasn't very scary at all. I never really got scared. I just felt like, okay, good, that's done. Do I carry any fear from that experience? No, actually, I feel like it made me research more what these things are for and how things work. And I feel like I know my body better. Because you have to examine yourself a little bit and check what's going on down there. And so I feel like I'm kind of have a better relationship with that part of my body, because I'm like, well, I better learn about this. This is part of my body I can't see or really even feel most of the time unless I really, really go and check it out. And so it's just a piece of meat in your body. You just got to look after it. And it's just a different part of your body, and there's nothing embarrassing about it. It's an amazing part of the body. The cervix is part of the womb, and it's what makes babies, and babies come out of it. And there's nothing embarrassing about it. We just need to look after another piece of our flesh.